The big brand sale is now on at OK Furniture, and you stand a chance to win big when you save big. Buy any participating brand before the 26th of May 2024, and you could drive away with a brand new Toyota Vitz. There are 15 cars to be won, so don't miss out. View our latest catalog and shop these deals in store or online until the 21st of April 2024. T's and C's apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting at idiskitimes.co.za. It's Richards Bay winning at home against Kaizer Chiefs in an encounter that is between two mediocre PSL teams who at some point looked like they were a bit exciting, but you couldn't really tell where the game was going. To be fair and to be honest, really, the team that won doesn't really deserve to win, but the team that deserves to win didn't do enough. And therefore, well done, Richards Bay. They open up the gap between themselves and Cape Town Spurs to 8 points, and they're playing Cape Town Spurs next week, if I'm not mistaken. Richards Bay are almost safe, but they will just play playoffs probably. But there's 6 matches left to play. Kaizer Chiefs, mediocre football team. They will either be number 5, number 6, number 7, or number 8, or number 9. That's where they generally belong. Chucks and Chucks, you saw the game. You could have scored, especially in the first half. Could have scored 2. To do the Shabalala 1-on-1, 1v1 Saile, 1v1 Ashley Dupree. None of those chances were converted. And so actually mentioned it in our halftime video. From nowhere, out of nothing, we don't know what's going to happen, but Richards Bay will score out of nothing from nowhere. What do you make of the game, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Justa is dressing like he's coming from church.
Yeah, he's back now. He's back in big demand, Justa.
Yeah, he's back in winning ways.
Yeah, he's back, but
for life.
he's back, but we are not back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, interesting.
What team do you support in South Africa? He doesn't support anything. He didn't grow up watching football.
Okay.
That's strange.
Yeah.
You must support Kaizer Chiefs. It's the biggest football club in South Africa. It's the most important football club in South Africa.
The most losing team.
The most losing team, he says.
The
most losing team.
But the choice, my brother. Yeah, but the choice. There's all different sporting code for South Africa. Depend on which one you like.
You must follow WWE wrestling.
How
do you feel about this game, Chucks? Losing to Richards Bay?
Long looks, yes, coming to the game. Indeed, as we have talked about, Saile Shabalala as well as Dupree. It's good that we lost the game today because this player, they don't want to win. They don't want Chiefs to win. Especially themselves. I'm talking about the players of Kaizer Chiefs. If we check out on the first half, Richards Bay, I think that they are number 2 on the last.
Yeah,
second last on the log. So I don't know why we couldn't score in the first half. We have all those chances. Credit chances. Richards Bay were nowhere to be found. Credit to the goalkeeper of Richards Bay. He did very well in the first half, and also in the second half he did very well. But I don't know what we should do as supporters. They were cheering the players on all the time when they have the ball. But this kind of costly mistake by Chiefs players, they will always cost us. Because if we check out how they play football, they like those kind of things whereby maybe I don't know who's on the grandstand watching him so that they can be able to impress. Don't play to impress us. Impress yourself on the field of play first. Put the ball in the back of the net and do those kind of tricks.
Is that why you're saying it's good that they lost? Because you'll hardly find those words from the mouth of a Chiefs supporter.
My brother, good looks. That's what I'm saying, they've got themselves to blame. That's what I'm saying is good because what they were doing in the first half. What they were trying to prove in the first half. We don't know. So, I think I saw the board there that's written by one of the supporters say, Kaizer Junior, can you please let me talk to the players?
After the game.
Let that gentleman talk to the players. Maybe they will tell him why are they not scoring all the time. So,
but then he's not gonna use his words to speak.
I know, but in Gulux, Richards Bay, nothing. They were no. You know what? I think they should even play an NFD. But why?
Yeah, they actually play like an NFD club.
But why?
Richards Bay, to be honest with you, they play like an NFD
but
club.
But why did we find it very difficult to score a goal? All those chances created. Richards Bay. So who are you going to beat? I have to ask you a question. Who are we going to beat? But there was nothing. They were all over Richards Bay, but they couldn't put in the final thing. They couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. So they've got to blame themselves all the time, my brother. They've never scored. I think now it's 4 or 5 games.
Oh yeah, the commentator was saying it's been 4 games since the derby, since Kaizer Chiefs scored, and that's why I say I hate the derby because they always give false performances. If Pirates is not on form in the derby, they'll probably win or score 2 goals or 3 goals. If Chiefs is not on form by the time they get to the derby, it's like, but Jimele derby, vele, especially Chiefs. I mean, they did so well in the derby in the first half. It was like they were going to do something special. And then since then, they haven't scored. They reserved all of their goals for the Soweto derby.
I think we have called the pastors, we have called those that are Christians, we have called those that likes to use different stuff. I think even the psychologists, all of them, I think they went there to go and do something for Kaizer Chiefs. I think those people, they failed because there is nothing again that is showing that, you know what, the prayers have reached the doors of Kaizer Chiefs. Those psychologists were there trying to talk to the player. But how I see that the Chiefs players playing, I can't tell you what they had psychologists before. I don't know what more should we do. We've been talking about the Chiefs players.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Okay.
Ngaka ha Hispani, Dr. Muruti ha Hispani, therapist ha Hispani, Lee Jim ha Hispani. So what more now? Like, if all of those things don't work, the therapist, the witch doctor, the actual doctor, the psychologist, training itself is not working, what's going to work?
Nothing's working. So it means those that, especially the management, I don't want to mention their names, they know themselves. They know what to do. So there's something that they should do, that should change how we perceive Kaizer Chiefs now and Kaizer Chiefs then. Because you could see, I mean, Chiefs today, it's not Kaizer Chiefs that we know. They don't even come near for what we used to watch, what we used to see, when we go to the stadium. So,
do you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
When you talk about the management, and the management knows what to do, what they must do.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that once upon a time, Dr. Jomosono, we used to say this. Abo Mike Mangena on Soccer Zone, they used to say this. When they talk about Uchomoson around Boma 2008, 2009, when the team was really struggling, all the analysts, Abo Max Maponyan, they used to say, Uchomo knows what to do. He must fire the coach. Dr. Jomosono must fire the coach. And they used to say that over and over and over. And then Jomosono got relegated maybe 4 years after that. To the NFD, and then Bazama, maybe 3 or 4 years, and they got relegated to the ABC Mutsepe League.
Absolutely.
Right. So this thing of insinuating what the people must fire themselves, these people will not fire themselves.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. But I'm not saying that they should fire themselves.
Well, I'm saying you're insinuating. What do they know what to do?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have said that they are the problem. The management is the problem. But the problem is that with us, Abantu Bamnyama, we don't fire ourselves when we are the management. Even though you could be the biggest problem in the team. Uchomosono was a stumbling block to the progress of the club Chomosono. Although he did great work for them, he scouted players, he elevated the name of his own club. But there was a point where he could have given it to someone else, at least to coach, but it didn't. He didn't know how to delegate properly.
I understand, Nkuluks. To play for Kaizer Chiefs, Nkuluks, even to analyze about Kaizer Chiefs, right now, me and you, like Abuzo and Agaho and the stuff, and even Justice, when you talk about Kaizer Chiefs, he must know that it's an honor. For all of us. So even the players themselves, they must understand that to play a team like Kaizer Chiefs caliber is not pap and place. How not to fail out or they are going to play for a team like Kaizer Chiefs caliber. It must click in their mind. Or there's a lot of people behind that are supporting Kaizer Chiefs. So they've got to make sure that they put smile back to the people that have been supporting Kaizer Chiefs. So as I'm saying, there's something need to change, my brother.
So what does the management know what to do? What are you saying? You begging apparently, blurt it out, say it out. What does the management? You say the management knows what to do. What must they do? The obvious thing is that Johnson is not going to be there. They've said it. Kevin Johnson is not going to be there. He's an interim coach, and he hasn't done a great job, obviously. So he's not going to renew. But Abazom push for 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't want us to talk about the coaching. You're saying the management knows what to do. What do you mean by that?
If your house is not clean, what do you do yourself?
You clean it up.
So?
But what does that mean?
Take the look of we're done. As I did ask that question. If your house is not clean, what do you do? What did you say?
You clean it.
You give me an answer.
Well, That's a figure of speech.
You give me an answer.
You are well. These people didn't use their data to watch you speak to them in riddles.
No,
And my metaphors. You're speaking in metaphors and figures of speech.
no, but
What are you saying the management must do?
they know what to do with the management.
No, but their idea of cleaning up
Yes.
is usually getting rid of Atazwane, getting rid of Mulefenseki, getting rid of Kevin Hunt, or getting rid of Abumanyama, they get rid of the players or the coaches. Are you saying that they must continue along those lines now? Because the cleaning up for them has been that fire coaches, fire players, right? And rightfully so, some of the players were poor, and they were recruited by them, the management, for the most part. So what else do you think they should be doing in this cleaning up idea?
I'm still saying, my friend, we can talk until tomorrow, and the time is going, my brother. But what I'm trying to tell you, is there should be some changes on the board. There should be some changes on the technical teams. There also should be some changes, guy. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about the board itself, talking about the players, and also there by the coach side of it. So that we can be able to see the changes going forward.
Thank you, Shaka Sachs.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
They were using their data. They're not using their data
Okay.
for free. Vodacom is very expensive with data. So, let's start. All right, there you go. I'm not laughing at you, Chiefs fans. I'm laughing with you. We laugh even when we lose our loved ones. There you are. Well done to Richards Bay. I was looking at them in the log, and I thought, if they win this game, they open up such a huge gap between them and the Cape Town Spurs. There's 6 matches left. Cape Town Spurs will play against Richards Bay next week. With this win for Richards Bay, they've done themselves a huge favor. At least in Jehovah perform Lego playoffs. They still have to see out the playoffs, but at least just to be in the playoffs, not to be relegated directly. iDiskiTV, Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you very much for watching us.
Amen.